This is not a crazy thing. This is what you have to adopt in your business. You have to have lead sources like Roofle Pro, and you have to have a follow-up system, because what I found myself doing before we had this in place is that I had Roofle Pro, but I would find myself, as good as I am with follow-up, not being able to keep up with all the leads that you guys were providing. Like, it was like, even the address only leads, we can address that too. What have you seen when you go to talk to people about the lead types, and kind of break down the lead types that you have in Roofle Pro just break that down, because that's actually very interesting what you guys do.
Yeah, so we have the thing that's called address only leads, and so we have those leads, and those leads are ones to where homeowner comes and interacts with the software, and they enter their address, and then the form pops up, and they don't get to unlock the price until they give their information. So it's a give to get scenario. So in that case, homeowner says, you know what? I don't really want it that bad. I know you're going to be calling me, so I'm just going to leave. Right? Well, you already have their address. Well, we've captured that address, and now you get access to that address. So you know that a person at this address, and you see the structure, you see the property, you see whatever that they've done. You don't have their name or phone number, but you know that at this property they're interested. And so what we've seen with a lot of those people, they've been able to utilize, our webhooks that we have access to, and been able to start like a mailing campaign. So now that automatically triggers a mailer to go out, and they do like 3 or 4 different mailers around that address, to where that address came in. Now all of a sudden they're sending something, in the mail to that customer, so that they're trying to be able to get them to convert in some sort of way. And then a lot of times what they'll do is, we have a bunch of people in this area. So now when they maybe send people out to the field, now they'll go out there. They know that people are interested in this area, or maybe it's a hail affected area they didn't even know about, but they've seen a lot of address onlys there. They send people out, or their canvas team out to that area, knock on the door. And then obviously, they've seen the logo, they've been to the website, helps with that part of it as well. So there's ways to be able to go after these address onlys to where you didn't actually get the conversion or the neighbor phone number, but you can actually do that as well. And then we also have other ones as well that are called other leads, which other leads would be people that are kind of outside of your service area. So the way that it works is that you get kind of a service area for people that will see a price and people that will not see a price. It just says, unfortunately, you're outside of our service area. Please contact us to be able to get a quote, blah, 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 blah. What people have been able to do now is say, hey, Travis, we want to expand our service area, because we noticed that we're getting a lot of customers that are utilizing or want to utilize this technology that are a little further outside of the area we normally service, but we're willing to go there if they've seen a price. So they've already seen a price and they're not a tire kicker. We'll drive an extra 30 minutes. We'll drive an extra 40 minutes or whatever to that area. So they're able to expand that area. And then obviously we have, the RQP leads, which are people who've actually seen a price. When they come into the platform, they've actually already seen a price. They've already seen, all your products. And so we got those. And there's also one that's a little bit further, to where it's actually like they're requesting an actual proposal. So they've actually went through, they saw the products, they like this product, this color, they clicked on a button that says, I want a proposal on this, or I want to purchase this one. So where those ones are the ones that have went really all the way down the funnel and have probably spent multiple minutes on the website, which is speed to lead is important, because if they're browsing products and spending time, by the time you call them in a few seconds or minutes, they're probably still on your website, browsing products or looking at it or whatever, and said, oh, wow, you're calling me, and I'm actually currently looking at all the products on your website. So those are the different types of lead kind of categories that we have, so that by the time they come into your system, you know kind of really where they stand and as far as what your potential is to do. So the potential is pretty well unlimited as far as being able to take the information that we gather, and then you can utilize it in your business to be able to continue to be able to generate more revenue with however far you want to take it.
Yep. So again, snowball. You've created more ways to get that snowball even bigger and roll down the hill to easier, lower cost sales. The address only, just real quick. What we did is, if it was address only, if it's Dope Marketing or SendJim or whoever you use, we had the connections, automations were there. Mm-hmm. If it was address only, we were going to send 8 postcards to that address. 8. Twice a week for 4 weeks. There's a lot of studies done on that. It's very effective. And that's a very low cost to acquire that customer at that point. You send out 8, and we had different postcards, different images, maybe a QR code, maybe not a QR code, different offers on there. Like it was very strategic. You got to be very good at designing your postcards. But we did that. I didn't do this enough, but I should have. I should have done handwritten notes. They're more expensive. That's why we didn't do it. But that is really effective as well. Handwritten notes to the address only. Because like every single time we did it, it was so crazy we didn't do it enough. Because they'd be like, I got your note. Thanks so much. Like they would always be so thankful for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Then so that's just an easy way that we didn't do a great job. We should have done a lot better at address only leads. I totally get it. You don't want to give information because you know you're about to get hit with an automation. Totally fine. We're going to hit you with some postcards now because you have a problem and we have a solution and we want you to know who we are. And now you're in the driver's seat. You homeowner, you're in the driver's seat. You've got 8 postcards just stacking up on your little side table of our logo, our name, a way to contact us, a way to schedule an appointment. Very low cost to acquire that customer. And to your point, you can go canvas that neighborhood, whether it's retail or insurance. Now you know, like, okay, good. We would also draw on Dope Marketing's map, and we would do another different campaign in that neighborhood. So all the neighbors would get postcards too, and we would just dominate that part. But it gives your sales team good sales activities to do, like meaningful places to go target. Very, very helpful tool.
Yeah, very helpful. And like you said, most times when you look at a cost to acquire a customer, it's got to be $1,000, $1,200 for most contractors as far as the spend, right? Up in that range. If you think about it from this way, what does it cost? Probably $8 to $12 to send, that series of 8 to 12, postcards, to them in order to be able to get, that opportunity. $8 compared to $1,000. Yeah. And again, like just thinking of creative ways of being able to use it. And again, we have partnerships with both Dope and SendJim just because of the sheer volume that our contractors were using, the address onlys and doing things like that, to where now we kind of preset templates for the contractors that are like, okay, you have Roofle, it's an address only lead. These are some of the preset templates that we use to send out mailers. Right. So they already had it set up for that part of it. So if you are using our technology and you haven't been able to take advantage of your address only leads, well, now there's some things out there and some resources out there to be able to help you be able to start actually utilizing, that part of the actual platform as far as those leads.